वेलकम बैक नाजरीन, आप देख रहे हैं BizTalk। हमारी बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग हमारे गेस्ट के साथ गुफ्तगू चल रही है। शी इज़ विजिटिंग हियर एंड आपकी खिदमत में आज हाजिर हैं ऑल द वे फ्रॉम इलिनॉय। एंड ये इनकी बेसिकली कंसल्टिंग फर्म है। शी इज़ ए कोच, ट्रेनर एंड मोटिवेटर फॉर सेवरल ऑफ आवर क्लाइंट्स। तो इनसे बातचीत चल रही थी। तो वेलकम बैक अगेन ऑन द सेकंड सेगमेंट ऑफ द शो।
थैंक यू।
तो आप ये बताइए कि आप बेसिकली यू आर ए CEO ऑफ फ्रेजनल कंसल्टिंग, और आपने जो कंसल्टिंग स्टार्ट की बीइंग ए माइनॉरिटी इन ए वुमेन एंटरप्राइज, एंड व्हेन यू स्टार्टेड दिस कंपनी एंड यू वांटेड टू गो एंड स्टार्ट promoting your company, getting into the clientele and all that, what kind of, if any, I would say, difficulties or roadblocks you had, and people may look at you, what are you doing, and of course the competition. There's a huge competition of kind of the work you're doing.
Yeah.
So how did you want to talk about it a little bit?
I will. I'd love to talk about it.
Good.
I think first of all, I would just say that there are a lot of difficulties out there.
Okay.
And had I known about all of those, I probably would have never started.
Okay.
So thank God I didn't know all of the
So
things that could go wrong.
Go right into the blind. Okay, now I have to cope with that.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Exactly. And I think really what the point that sticks out the most to me about that was I have always in my entire life, since I was a child, have kept a group of mentors with me.
Okay.
And I've asked. I go to people who are successful and I say, how did you do it?
Okay.
Tell me everything. And people don't do that enough.
Yeah.
There are so many, especially Pakistani community.
Yeah.
We have so many, mashallah, successful people.
Right.
And they are dying to tell the next generation,
Yeah.
do this, don't do that, turn here, don't turn there, make sure you get this, don't get that. And they're waiting for someone to come
So what do you
ask them.
think? They don't have listener? Nobody wants to listen to them? Is that what it is?
People don't like to ask, and they don't like to ask for a few reasons. One, it makes it takes us a form of humility, and this is one of the things that I think really helps women in general, generalizing, definitely me. Women are more apt to go say, how do I do this? I don't know.
Right.
Generally speaking. And I did that a lot. I said, I don't know. And even now, I've just this week came up with a brand new consulting offering.
Okay.
And the very first thing I did was reached out to all my mentors and said, I have this idea and I think it's great and I think it's brilliant. Now what?
Okay.
And because it's new for me.
Yeah.
And I've had my own business for 10 years.
Right.
But I'm always coming up with new ideas.
Yeah, but no, my question again,
Yes.
let me reiterate.
Yeah.
My question is that you have your company for 10 years.
Right.
And then what do you see in the mainstream, basically? Are you get approached as a minority, any kind of discrimination? People look at you and they say, well, you don't know what you're talking about, your color is different, you're brown, why should I deal with you? Stuff like that. And if it does, then how do you cope and how do you suggest to cope?
Right. So I feel like in my experience, again, going back to having that team, was doors were opened for me based on my reputation and based on the work I had done. What I tell people all the time is I don't care where you are working today. I don't care if you love your job or hate your job. I don't care if you love your boss or hate your boss. Do an amazing job. You do an amazing job because that's your reputation.
You're right.
You don't do a job because you like the company and you like your boss.
Yeah.
That's great. If you get that, you're living a good life. But you do a great job, and that's what happened. When I left Accenture, I left with a very good reputation. And I left with a lot of people who were willing to recommend me for jobs. Accenture is a very large consulting company.
Right.
They
used to be part
going
of Arthur Andersen.
Exactly.
Back then it was called Andersen Consulting.
Andersen Consulting back in the day.
It became now, I think it's a public company now. It's a publicly traded.
Now it is, but back in the day, and I started when they were Andersen Consulting. So all the clients I was bringing in were clients that were not going to hire Accenture.
I'm still confused.
Tell me.
Clarify with that. In consulting, what do you consult? Exactly what do you consult? You consult their business plan? Do you consult their... what is that consulting that you do?
Yeah. This is my favorite question that my parents ask me myself. What is consulting? Because no one knows. Because there's thousands of different ways to be a consultant.
Right.
Yes. So my background at Accenture was organizational change management, training and communications, and making sure the employees were in the right roles. Now I've completely changed my company. I have a joke that every 2 years I change my company and what we do. But the underlying premise always stays the same. So every 2 years there's new offerings because I learn more. I've never stopped learning.
Of course.
I keep learning.
You shouldn't.
Right. And whatever I learn, I bring to my clients. So there's always new things being offered. But the premise there is really working with people and working with people on change. I'm all about changing who we are constantly and changing behavior. And people get stuck. You get stuck in your families. You get stuck in your jobs. You get stuck in roles. And I come in there and help the executives come up with programs that help people change. I help executives change. I help individuals change. I do training classes. It is all about helping people change their actual behavior.
You know, change from the to the better.
Change for the better.
For the better, right?
Exactly.
I mean, so basically, if, for example, you know, every company, every enterprise, every businesses, we all need a change, you know, and the change is constant, like you say. Change is constant. So if, you know, the old premises was don't fix it if it's not broken. But the new premises is completely changed. Even if it is not broken, break it.
Continuous and never-ending improvement.
No, just say break it and reconstruct it for a better thing. If it's not broken, break it, you know.
Well, and with that, I would just say everything that I do and everything I teach comes from this premise of being of service. So whatever you're doing, whatever company you're doing, it's very important to stop and say, and even if you're in a job, working for an employer, how am I contributing today? How am I being of service? Whose life is 1% better because I'm here right now today? Because that's who you're serving.
So now let's go back to the serving part. What exactly do you mean by serving? I mean, you're serving your clients and getting paid for providing a service. So I'm not sure that's what you're talking about. So what is that? You know, can you emphasize your service? You mean helping someone basically in a way that they can benefit? Something like that.
Exactly.
They learn something, regardless, it's part of your consulting or not. Is that what we're talking about? Okay, go
ahead. So my, you know, how I live my life is whatever skills and abilities I have, regardless of if you put it in a consulting box or a training box or a writing box, that's great if you can put it in a box and make money from it, but you don't have to do that. You show up and you help people with whatever they're having a problem with, make people's lives better. You will get paid. You can make it a company. You'll get paid. You will get paid. You may not get paid by them. It'll come around. Because if I help you, and I really make a difference for you, I mean, I really show up with my heart and give you the best of what I have to offer. And maybe you can't pay me for whatever reason, right? You're going to turn around and talk to someone and say, I just met this amazing woman, and I was going through this huge problem, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you know what? You're having a problem? You should call her and talk to her. And how would I have met that person if not from helping you? And we were talking before the class, too. Life gives you the opportunity that you don't necessarily in that moment know that this person said, hey, go stay here. And that's going to lead you to the next big opportunity. You don't know. We never know where those are. But if you don't show up every moment, literally every moment in life, and say, this is my opportunity, this is it. This small child, this person on the street who walked up to me out of, I mean, honestly, it blows my mind when I think about you and I meeting. What are the chances of that even happening?
I don't think any.
Right?
It just happened from the sky, basically.
But when it happens, there's a purpose for that happening.
And we don't know that.
And we don't know what the purpose is.
Yes, we don't know.
But we better show up. Both of us. You better show up and I better show up, because the amount of things that had to happen for you to even come to America and be here today, for me to be born and be sitting here today, for my sister to be living in Houston, all these things, for all of those things to happen, it's a miracle. That's a miracle.
And then you're a this show, this the moment in time.
And this moment is a miracle. And every one of our life moments is a miracle. So the thing is, it's important to bring your best. And I'm not saying push yourself in an unhealthy way. I'm saying show up. Show up for your life. This is your life. And these things are not happening by accident. They're
There's a
happening
purpose
for you.
behind it.
There's a purpose. And you don't need to understand it.
Yeah.
Because that you'll just be sitting in your philosophical place.
No, I say you just keep saying. I like what you're saying. I really, I think the audience and our viewers should also take that. I think something that you said and I caught the glimpse of that. To keep repeating the word, show up.
Show up and serve.
Show up and serve.
And serve.
Show up.
Show up.
Whatever it is, wherever it is,
right.
however it is.
Yep.
Show up, because that moment you do not know where it may lead to.
Right.
A lot of our problem, myself and a lot of the people that don't have that idea that, oh, we need to go there, or forget about it, क्या मिलेगा उधर जाके, ऐसे ही बोलते रहते हैं.
What are you going to give?
Yeah, see. So,
not what are you going to get.
But that's so the mindset has to change.
Has to change.
Mindset has to change. Is you have to start thinking of giving.
Right.
Okay, giving whatever you have,
a smile.
Basically, you know what? Exactly, I was going to say. Even a smile, even if not a smile, just have a giving of a goodwill, good thoughts for them.
Yes.
That's all it takes.
And you will have a successful business.
And
I guarantee you, if you show up, I have an entire program on how to make money.
Okay.
And it's called Being Present to Serve.
Oh, okay.
Because you have to show up, and by showing up, you have to actually know where you are, not thinking about the phone conversation or the next meeting.
Okay.
And serving.
So what is it called? Being
present.
Okay, you know what?
To serve.
Let's talk about that. Let me take a break.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about it in the segment
okay.
after we come back. Nazreen, break ka time hai. So as you can see, it's an amazing discussion we are having. We'll come back right after the break. Please stay tuned. Thanks.